What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Trey Quintero.
And my name is Corey Wake.
With Rumble Pack Gaming, and we're just here talking about the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta that's been up for a couple weeks. Hope you guys have gotten a chance to play it. We just wanted to give you our thoughts on it, so here we go.
I don't know, the levels. Let's just go straight to the levels, man. I noticed Truth looked very similar to Midship, just redesigned.
Truth, yeah, it's actually a complete remake of Midship. You've got the sword, you've got the multiple, tiers of levels. It's great for CTF, great for like really small squad gameplay. I'm really excited to see that one come back.
Definitely, me too. And then the other level that they debuted was Empire. That one was really fun. We were able to parkour around the map, traverse it very well, which we'll touch up in a little bit about some of the controlling. But that map was kind of one of my favorite maps.
I really enjoyed it, actually. I'm normally not too big on beta maps or the first, maps they introduce.
Oh yeah.
But I had a lot of fun with that one. Like he said, it's easy to traverse and get around. There's a lot of cover, nooks and crannies and stuff like that. It kept the matches from feeling too stale. It felt like there was always a different way for the match to end on that map. So it felt like Empire always kept things interesting.
Definitely. I agree on that one.
So, I don't know about you, man, but one of the first things that I noticed was there's like this super crazy heavy saturation on the red and blue teams. I don't know if that's to like make them pop out from the map, because I know in the past there have been issues with like blue team blending in with shadows and, stuff such and such. So, I don't know if that's what that's about, but it kind of bugged me, man. It kind of felt a little cartoony.
I mean, I liked the new look. The vibrant colors and the saturation there, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It seemed to give the levels more of a realistic feel, more not so fake overall. The textures just seem more real. And then also, just the feel was more arena feel. Like once you spawn.
Right, like it opens up and it's like this big team layout where it shows you all with your squad and everything. It felt like esports. It felt like they were like welcoming electronic sports and opening everything up to that whole demographic, and it didn't feel so much as like a battle, like a war, like Battlefield or Call of Duty might. It felt like it was a game.
Yeah, you weren't respawning and then running out there and knowing you were gonna get headshotted by some 2-year-old kid. 2-year-old, yeah, he's fucking two.
All right, so touching more on that arena feel that we were talking about, Halo 5 kind of puts a lot of emphasis on power weapons. As far as Slayer goes, that's always been the case. You want to control the map with the power weapons, but with this one, it kind of notifies the player, like it calls out to the team.
Like a drop point that it's going to be at.
Right, like the notifications of where the power weapons are, where they're going to be. So it kind of opens up. It helps you keep control of those weapons so that you can own the map, which is kind of interesting. It helps that arena feel. It makes it feel more like a game, because obviously they're not going to call out respawns in Battlefield or something like that. There's not going to be anything like that in Battlefield. So
no, not at all in Battlefield. And then I did like the look of the new weapons, or just the look and the feel of the weapons.
They felt a lot more realistic, which is kind of a weird turn away from how the player models look. They look really cartoony and really bright and vibrant, and then they kind of inversed that with the weapons. Made them look like really gritty, made the battle rifle look, I don't know, more down-to-earth, realistic kind of looking, not so much like a futuristic alien weapon.
Give it more, just a good, I don't know, it looked like a real weapon to me. It didn't look like a space weapon. Right. It was like a plasma gun or something like that. It just looked like a good old-fashioned...
Like, I know I'm contradicting myself with that, but I don't know, it was where the aesthetic for the weapons needs to be, I think. I enjoyed, the new look for the SMG and for the battle rifle.
And also the feel when you're shooting the weapons, for me...
it's really heavy. It's a very dense kind of, solid.
Definitely, it didn't
feedback.
Didn't remind me of some of the other Halos that I played. I'm still not good at it, but
right.
It allowed me to jump into it, and within a few rounds, it kind of felt at home for me.
It's not as floaty.
Exactly. I don't feel like I'm in the air just floating, getting shot down. Right. Which is kind of nice, because then even in the air you can use that booster feature and side boost in the middle of the air and not get sniped out of the side.
Right,
out of the sky.
That's cool. And I know I'm contradicting myself again when I say it has that density, it has that heavy feel.
They've definitely found a nice middle ground between having it a very heavy mechanical feel and keeping it traditional Halo feel at the same time.
Yeah. So now all weapons have ADS, and that's really cool. But at the same time, it'll slow you down. Obviously, it'll take away that motion tracker, but it adds this like heavy Gundam style mech feel to your movement and stuff, which is kind of where that Battlefield vibe comes from. But at the same time, each player has sprint and this like booster, which makes you incredibly agile. Like Corey was saying, it allows you to change directions on a dime so that you can avoid sniper fire, or you can make it across, you know, that ledge, jump over that gap to that ledge that you wouldn't have been able to make it to otherwise, which really opens up the map for more traversal, and again, more ways for the match to end.
With the boost, there were certain ledges that you couldn't reach without using that you would, if you did a normal jump, that you would fall short, and you have to use that boost to get to that sweet spot where the DMR was at. Now, one comment I have to make is, did you see the sword in Truth?
Yeah, it looked really dumb.
It was questionable at best.
It's just a little weird looking. It's an aesthetic. It still operates the same way, but I mean, people like me who've been playing, you know, Halo since day one, you know, back when we were little kiddies in middle school, then I don't like it. It looks weird. It looks weird.
I mean, it fits where the game is going, but it's not the Halo that some people may remember.
Right.
And that may, you know, create a new group of people who are going to enjoy Halo again.
Right. It'll be able to touch, you know, a different audience, which is cool. But going back to that agility that we were talking about, one thing that was cool that they added that makes a big difference is, I don't know if you noticed the ledge grab. If you make it to where,
oh yeah, and he pulls himself up over the ledge. Yes.
Right. If you make it toward that ledge, if you're just high enough, you'll pull yourself and vault up over that. You've never been able to do that before in a Halo, so that's really cool. That opens up some platforming again. You know, kind of to combat Titanfall and where Advanced Warfare are going. They want to up that mobility, kind of make it futuristic, but still kind of play, you know, really balanced. It's not too overpowered. You know, you're not too fast or too powerful.
Yeah, it had a good feel.
And then another small thing players might notice is that they brought back the health bar. Bungie had messed around with getting rid of that health bar and adding it again, and getting rid of it and adding it again. So we're kind of used to this change. Seeing as how the health didn't make a huge difference. I didn't notice a whole dynamic shift in gameplay because of the health bar there, but we'll have to see. We didn't get a whole lot of time, at least I didn't. I don't know about you.
No, I've only had a handful of days on there myself, but along with the health bar, one thing that you had pointed out to me was just the controls. They keep going back and forth with the Halos.
They changed the control scheme again. It drives me insane because I'll go to pick something up and I'll press X, or I'll go to pick something up and I'll press right bumper, and you know, of course it's the wrong game. I'm playing the opposite game where it's, you know, inverse. But luckily they have the setting for Halo 4, so if you're like me, you're more used to Halo 4 control scheme by this point, you can go in there and change it back.
And that's, yeah, when you went and changed that to the Halo 4 scheme and I started playing it,
felt a lot more natural.
It did. It was more fluid and more natural throughout the gameplay. I wasn't getting killed as much. I was actually getting some double kills every once in a while after that, getting on the board instead of being the bottom. And so I felt that I wish that they would maybe keep it one control, but I guess offering a preset for the old Halo,
I think
controller settings is easy and it's nice. It's not that hard to go in there and change it.
I think it needs to be kind of, I mean, open to customizability, but then also have a main control scheme from now on. It just seems stupid to me to not ever do that. But
and then they had the Spartan hub, I believe that was, where you could go in there and customize your character like you have before. I believe that was the Spartan hub on there.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure on that, but we can double check that. They didn't give us a lot to choose from. I think it was an air assault.
Yeah, like, it was a few helmets, and I don't know if you could adjust the chest plate much, but it was your basic customizable stuff. Nothing crazy on that front. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. If you like this video, please be sure and give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, all that good stuff. Email us if you have any content requests, and as always, thank you for watching.